And welcome back, everyone. It's Tuesday. It's me and Jono. Jono is shining a lot today. He's wearing a white shirt for the first time.
And I've got these bright lights hitting me. Am I still a little overexposed here? Should I reduce the lights a little bit?
You look like you're coming from heaven. You know, it's like
thank you. Yeah. Thank you. You know, do I look like an angel to you? That's lovely. Thank you. That's a lovely compliment.
Yeah. So, what you doing on the go?
So,
everyone.
Great. I love it. What am I doing on gold? Actually, not a lot. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about the potential for the gap to close. This played out really nicely in the end. I hope you got on the short side of it. We were talking about the gap that happened because of the non-existent peace talks between the US and Iran, but apparently now that is a thing. Although markets are still yet to kind of reflect that right now. So we were talking about this kind of consolidation that we had after the gap overnight on the Sunday Open, and we just looked at where we could see some price action forming. And at the time of the stream, we were looking at this kind of area in here after the breakout. We were looking for potentially a continuation of that breakout, or if price came back and sort of rejected the point of control of the move, then it would have been a nice sort of move to take. And in the end, it would have been very, very good for shorts yesterday. So if anyone was on the back of that gold short, then, you know, market has done really, really well here. Got another sort of consolidation coming in around about that $4,050 handle now. So maybe today we get a little bit of a retest of that one and seeing some downside. Obviously, going into the next couple of days, there's quite a lot of news coming out. We have the interest rate decision coming out of the Federal Reserve tomorrow. So that's going to be a volatile day for gold. And there are a few options that we can potentially look at, which I can talk about in a little bit. Mm-hmm. But just to kind of recap yesterday, nice consolidative session. We broke out, retested, followed that momentum down to the downside. So gold was looking pretty good, trading around $4,027 at the moment. So that is just these last week's sort of lows. But we could see a bit of an extension down, perhaps into sort of 4,010, perhaps into the $4,000 level. It's going to depend on a lot. I had a little look at some news coming up today, but there wasn't really a huge amount. The only thing that I saw was, I'll just bring this down so you can all have a little look at it, was the ADP employment change, which can be pretty crucial to what goes on. Obviously, the employment data in the US, and the CV consumer confidence is coming out at 3 o'clock today. So that will be by the time we have closed out the stream. But yeah, a couple of different market movers, potentially one in the next sort of 8 minutes or so. So I'll keep an eye on that one in the background, see if we do get any kind of movements. I think, you know, if you do trade news events, and if you are a news events trader, then perhaps there could be a little bit of movement for you. Just looking at the price action overnight, quite like this $4,050 level. We get into there, reject it.
Yeah.
If Ayush can show us some nice sort of buy-in little bubbles coming up there and then failing to break above that level, then, you know, I reckon we could get some further downside for gold. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at. Again, today I've not really researched too much of the market. So I was looking at what happened to the S&P 500 overnight. Obviously, we've seen some downside there. We've got lots of earnings coming out.
Mm-hmm. So just to sorry to interrupt you. I mean, I see two lines on your chart. Is that VWAP or EMA?
They're EMAs.
Okay, so I'm assuming one is 200 and another one is 48. Oh, no, not 48.
Oh, that's a random choice of EMA, and I like it. It's your 200 is right. So the first one is the 200 moving average, which is the sort of orangey line, and then the grey one is a 50 moving average. So you were close. You were close.
So I still have to guess it. You mean?
Yeah.
So looks like it is not EMA, it's SMA, the second one, the yellow one.
No, they're both EMAs.
No.
Failed. Sorry. Boo. Guess that indicator. I'm gonna basically get a random indicator, put it on the chart, and then I'm gonna get you to guess what that indicator is. See if you can get it. I mean, there's got to be so many out there that's random. Maybe we'll do that later. Be like, when you was a kid, was you ever into Pokemon?
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah. So did you ever see that screen that came across? It was like, guess that Pokemon.
Yeah. Who is that Pokemon?
Yeah. We're going to do that with chart indicators and see if anybody can guess what it is. But what have you been up to, mate? Did you have a good trading day yesterday?
Yesterday, absolutely. I mean, in the US 100, did good. You know that the fall was crazy. It was just filling the gap. But on the gold, it's much more crazier. The analysis was on point. But Asia session is sometimes forget that it is Asia. It is not NY. Like, bro, chill. You know, you're just doing a lot, doing more than you get paid. It's so a lot of volume. I wish I could wake up every single day early at 5 a.m. in the morning and trade Asia. But anyway, the range you see guys on the chart, it is very normal to expect for price to range, because whenever we are crossing the range area, the next time market again gonna make a comfortable zone for it. So in the London session, I was 100% expecting the price can go lower, but I was just more curious that, just let the price create the wicks. We have, I don't know why am I showing it with my hand gesture, like candles are in my hand, but let me do it on the chart. You can see these wicks. The first one was created here, and I saw a lot of rejection. So I thought that, just not to play it around. I'm not expecting the price will go higher. There is a lot of rejection. I'm assuming there are a lot of passive sell players in this area. So going short makes sense. And one more thing, if you guys have seen my videos on the Tradeify crypto channel, where you know that I use the support level, if they get inverted or maybe can close lower, I go short. So I took a short, and I think in this candle on the lower time frame, I went in, put my stop at this rejected candles or maybe this high, and was targeting the 1:1 trade on the higher time frame on gold. As I know, I usually don't trade on 15-minute, but today it looked clean to me that this low is what I'm expecting for price to reach at. So I think it was a cleanest shot I took on the 15-minute on gold, and it looked really good. And now I'm expecting further downside, but there are only two areas for us to take a look at. You can see this range. This can be the next create and the next comfortable zone. You can see on the right. What I'm just doing is marking the range and extend it towards the right side and understanding the rejection zones. If we close lower this range, I think the next low is this area. So this area is another area of consolidation. So we can expect price to just range in this zone, not really expecting for price to just take this low, because every time when I see a swing point and there is a range, it gets really tough for price to reach that level. So I'm assuming that the 3999 level, or to be more accurate, the 4000 level, is going to be a little bit tougher for sellers to just take it. Market will come there, might not take it, but a little bit range, go ahead and then take it. I mean, not always, as in trading, nothing is permanent, nothing repeats every single day, but that's what I've seen many times happen. So I'll be careful if I'm selling near this level. But before that, it's good to do the top-down analysis. What I'm going to do is remove every single thing from the chart. I don't know why the option is now. So on the daily time frame, you guys can see that we are again forming comfortable range in this area. So I'm not saying that we are in higher time frame, uptrend or downtrend. We are just in a comfortable range. If you look at on the left, and same thing we are creating on the right side to push price much lower. As I said, we need a lot of sell volume and a follow through in order to go lower. Maybe in future we see price at 3,500 level, for the high time frame perspective, which I don't really care, just to analyze. And if I don't have a view on about high time frame, then I hesitate to take a trade on lower time frame. It's simple as that. So now we have clear idea what's happening on the daily. We can go lower on the 4 hour. You can see that we are in a very comfortable range, coming back into this area which can act as magnet. I hear Jonathan take a deep breath, so I should stop, just talk more about trading, just take a trade. He's like, oh man, shut up and just take some trading.
No, it's not that. I just looked at a correlation between Bitcoin and the commodity, and then I was like, wait.
So to get your attention, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open silver chart as well, so he will enjoy the analysis. So let me open silver here.
Don't let me stop you. I was enjoying it. I was reading an article on the side, and just
do it.
I was like, they're trying to create something here, and I was like, I like to back it up and see what's going on.
Now you can engage with us. Now I'm just gonna talk with silver. I'm no more trading gold. I'm trading both. So yeah. So now you can see that the silver took the swing low and gold did not, and just gonna go more lower. I think both of them are
What's that indicator on your chart?
So on the right side,
which shows you the 4 hour
high time from candle. Yeah, so it's high time from candle by Fadi. Yeah, this is the indicator which helps you to put high time from candles on lower time frame, and you can put more as well.
Okay, that's quite clever.
Daily and the weekly, so you can see that the daily and weekly are here available on lower time frame. You can see what's happening there. I mean, it's many ICT traders use it, the power of 3 candles. You have seen this for the first time on
this
my
is the
chart.
first time I'm seeing that. Yeah. No, I've seen it on your chart before, but I was like,
no, you have never seen somewhere else.
No, never seen it anywhere else.
Oh my God! So I'm assuming you are not using social media quite well. You are staying away from it. A lot of people use it.
That makes me sound old as shit. No, I don't really. I'm not a social media guy, to be fair. I'm on social media because of this and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I wouldn't say I'm actively on social media.
All right.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'll follow you, Ayush. I'll just make a social media account just to follow you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do post a lot of things. So you're most welcome. You'll get all the updates, all the beefs going on the internet.
Wow.
So yeah. Surprises, you can see that it is getting rejected from this low volume area. And as Jonathan said, this retrace back in the zone, this is the next resistance level to be really clear. It looks juicy. This area is really important. So if price hits that, it makes sense to sell it till this high volume node next to this area is going to be my next take profit for gold. And on the 15 minute, it makes sense. This is the nearest target I have decided for gold. So if we see on the 930, I know price already did a lot of expansion. I'm expecting low volume during the NY session. As Jonathan said, that we have news tomorrow, but it's not always promised that price will not move. So we'll see at 930 if we get some good clear direction, we'll take something. And the analysis is on point, using normal stuff, no holy grail thing. Let's see if this plays out well, and we'll take a shot from this level. What do you think, Jonah?
Yeah, I like it. I just wanted to see what that news came out like.
Something happened.
Trying to see what the ADP employment change was, but it doesn't seem to be updating on my economic calendar right now, which really sucks. Considering, let's have a little look at the timeline here. No, nothing. Great, fantastic. Don't you love it when you pay for these things and then they never work? What day are we on today? We're on Tuesday, aren't we?
Every day. Tuesday.
We're on Tuesday, right? Okay.
So you look at every single currency's news. I've just set it to USD. Maybe because you're a forex trader, it makes sense.
Yeah, I like to look at sort of how every country is doing, to be fair.
And you're taking care of every country.
Yeah, I like to look at everything and then make sure that like there's a, because when it comes to that, I guess the difference is between sort of like trading something like Bitcoin and trading something like, let's say pound against the Australian dollar is, at least with Bitcoin, you've only really got to focus on one market, which is obviously the US dollar and potentially kind of risk sentiment, I guess. Whereas with Forex, it can be a bit more difficult because you need to understand that you're trading two economies against each other. But that's also where you can get really good opportunities in the market as well at the same time. So, although you've got to do a little bit more work to find the opportunities, I just find it fascinating. So, the economics of everything fascinates me. So, for me, FX trading made sense for my brain because I could be like, oh, well, this country's doing really well, this country's doing really bad. Let me go buy the country that's doing well and sell the country that's doing bad. So, it makes a lot of sense. But obviously in crypto, there are a lot of different elements to it, especially when you look at something like, different coins. I think we talked a little bit in the past about Ripple and some of the situations that they went through and from a, legal perspective as well. So I think that crypto and coins and things like that react a little bit more like stocks versus, currencies and things like that, which act a little bit more on the sort of global situation. So, that's why there's benefits to either side, but I'm going on a rant now, Ayush, about different things. So save me.
No. So I have a really basic question, to you, because you are more of like, you're both kind of trader. You take a look at the technical analysis as well, and you look at the geopolitical news. So for me, if I come to your door and ask you, Master, please teach me or maybe show me a way where I can become a news trader as well with proper analysis. If I'm trading gold, let's say if I'm trading gold, what news are something which I should take a look at? Because you cover every aspect of the trading and every area just to make sure that people know about what's happening around in the trading space. But for a gold trader, what would you recommend? Just take a look at this, and that, and you're good and just do your technical analysis.
Yeah, I think there's three things that you need to know for gold. You need to know about real yields, which is basically US bond yields minus inflation and where they're heading, interest rates, and then you need to look at sort of inflation and kind of like there's like the central bank has basically a dual mandate that they have to kind of abide by, right? So the dual mandate is something called price stability, which is inflation, and full employment, which is obviously the employment situation. But they don't want an unemployment rate above 5%. An unemployment rate above 5% in history has led to recessions. So when it comes to gold is a non-yielding asset. So a lot of people think gold is a safe haven. So when some kind of geopolitical thing comes around and we see, huge, reactions in markets and things like that, they immediately go, oh, I'm going to go to gold to buy it. But the problem is, like I said, it's a non-yielding asset. So what traders are looking for, they're looking for the yield. They're looking for those little margins to trade on, because they are trading with such large amounts of capital that they only need to find 2-3% of yield versus, like us retail traders, we've got to try and find like good trading setups and have good reward to risk ratios. So the first thing is looking at those yields, right? Yields are how the market really kind of works. And there are many different things that you can look at. There's things called the short end. You might have heard like the short end of the curve, long end of the curve, or whatever. But basically, there's different maturities to the government debt that you can own. So really what we want to focus on is something called the 2-year yields, right? So if you want to research, it's USO2Y. Now you can also look at what I called real yields, which is yields minus inflation, right? Because that gives you what is actually happening in the market. But they only really come in 5 to 10 year options. So you can look at I can't remember what the ticker is in a minute. Hang on 1 second. I've got it down here somewhere.
I'm just a little worried because whatever you're writing, I can read it. That's why I'm worried.
Do you know what? I'm going to do something just for you. Right. Number 1.
Thank you, Luna.
Inflation. Yields. Okay. So this is the 2YIE. So if you want to look this up yourself, you can do. If you want to look at the ticker on TradingView, but this is basically the 5-year break-even inflation rate. So it's 5-year yields minus inflation, and this gives you kind of like a real sense of what's going on in the markets. Now, the lower this goes, the higher the yield is, because this is the bond market, right? So the higher this falls, higher yields essentially. So in this scenario here, this is what you want to be kind of following in terms of gold prices. So as long as this kind of continues to fall, gold can continue to kind of roll over a little bit there. But it's basically, it comes down to employment, 3 is growth. So I try to put these into like a pyramid format, right? It's like an upside down pyramid, really. Like that. About what matters the most when it comes to sort of trading gold, so like inflation and employment would be up here for me. Those are like the 2 things that I'm looking for, because what they impact is interest rates, right? Growth is down here because that also can kind of give us an understanding of what's going on in the economy. And then down here, I look at what's known as sentiment, right? So that's like commitment of trader reports, anything like that, where it shows what hedge funds are doing, what commercials are doing, all that kind of stuff. I like to add last because, like I've said before in previous streams, like the commitment of trader reports are great for showing you what hedge funds are doing and things like that. But they are absolutely awful at timing because they are a lagging indicator essentially. So if I was going to say anything to anybody, and whenever somebody comes to me and goes, I want to learn how to trade, I say the first thing you need to go and do is understand bonds and yields. And then
so you don't want them to just to understand technical analysis, just for us to understand the basics of.
Yeah, I think I've worked with a lot of traders. So there's a guy that I worked with recently who he hasn't come back to me. So I think I've either sent him away to do too much research, or I've sent him away and he's gone, this is too much. So
you should have shown him the candles first.
Yeah, well, he did. You see, so he's been trying to trade for about 3 or 4 years, and really, really nice lad. And he's kind of been on and off. And he went and followed, what's it called, SMC? Is that that's a thing, isn't it? Yeah. So you laugh. So I guess you know what that is. Is that smart money concept?
Yeah.
Something like that. So smart money concepts. And he's been trying to do that, and he's just been failing and failing at it and stuff like that. So he was kind of like to me, you've been in the markets for a long time. Why? And I was like, well, I look at why a market moves first, and then I try and look at the technical outlook for it. So technicals are fantastic. They are great because everybody uses them, because you got to time how you get into the market. So he had really good technical understanding of what was going on, but he couldn't realize why that trade wasn't particularly working out, or why this trade was, you know, a big winner, or why the other one was. He just assumed that it was because it was the same setup and it had like a statistical edge. And I was like, that's great if you can play the edge consistently over a long period of time. But if you can't, then you know you've got no edge.
So the robot is saying, I'll teach him to trade. I give you $5, you give me a cake.
Sounds good. That sounds like a good deal. But yeah, I just basically, I mean, I gave him a book that's about 1,000 pages long about macroeconomics and trading and case studies and stuff like that, and he's not come back to me yet. So he might not come back. But just some of the, you know, the reasons why I got into it as well was because I used to look at what the hedge funds were doing and being like, well, you know, how do they trade? And a lot of hedge funds are, or the most successful ones are macro and technical. They blend the two together. Not saying that technical can't work, but the most big, or like the largest funds in the world are, you know, those. So that's why I try to adopt a sort of macro outlook to each one. And, you know, it works for me. You know, when we talk about sort of gold, and, you know, I talk a lot about the US bond yields when I talk about gold, because there is a strong correlation between the two. So bond yields rise, I want to be shorting gold. If they fall, I want to be selling gold. Very loud, Roman. Sorry.
Can I ask you a question? You were talking about like a book of economics and stuff like that. To your mind, do you need like a financial education for the trading purposes, or for understanding more value market and stuff like that, the gold in your case, or is it like a gimmick and we don't need this?
No, so you don't need a macroeconomic background. I don't have a macroeconomic background. Like, I never went to, I mean, I studied economics at school, but I never had like a macroeconomic background, which then helps you put that into like a trading environment. I think there's a very different, so like you can go and research macroeconomics, but it still won't help you trade, right? It's just how you can then put that into practice. But there are good books out there that you can read that will give you kind of an idea of that. I mean, one of my favorite traders is Brent Donnelly. So he has a book called Alpha Trader. He has a book called, let me try and bring it up actually, because I've literally got every single one of his books, and he's just bought a new one out that I've literally just bought. So I am like, he's basically, he owns like one of a very large hedge fund. Yeah, but I'm like a very self-taught person. So, and I think with AI and stuff these days, it's very easy to teach yourself something. So, you know, if you wanted to build your own macro trading course, for instance, and ask AI to start from the very basics and quiz you on it and do all this kind of stuff, it's very much available these days. I think, would it be nice to, you know, when I look back and think, should I go and do like a macroeconomic course at university and try and like actually pass with I'm like, do I really need that now? Probably not. But, you know, I don't necessarily think you need to go and get a qualification in macroeconomics. As long as you can understand what moves markets, you don't need like the formal education, unless you want to try and get into like a fund, unless you want to try and, but these days I think you can't just be good at macroeconomics anymore. You've got to be good at like coding. You've got to be good at all these things that actual hedge funds want now, which is being more of like a quant versus just a discretionary trader. I don't think many funds want discretionary traders anymore. They probably want somebody that can do a lot of different things. Yeah. So I think if you wanted to go work for a fund, I would probably go into learning how to code first. I think the actual learning of the macroeconomic side is actually a lot easier than people don't give it much credit, because they think it's too difficult, I'm not going to learn it. But once you learn just the real concepts, they're very, very, and I'll be doing a macro course soon, so everyone can kind of have a video course on how to do it. But there are just basic sort of concepts, and it's sort of, like I've just explained here, there are like 3 factors that really drive macroeconomics, and then you have outsourced sort of thresholds as well, which are geopolitics and governments and things like that. They also have an influence on what goes on in terms of increasing taxes or taking taxes away, or things like that can have a positive impact on growth of an economy and all that kind of stuff. So it's just little nuances that if you need to kind of just blend them together to give you a picture of what of what a country's economy does. And yeah, I'll when that course comes out, I'll be doing it a lot more in depth on here as well. But there are some good books out there. One of them is called The Art of Currency Trading by Brent Donnelly, and that's, especially if you're a beginner to macroeconomics, that's very good. So that's a good book to have a little look at. Like I said before, Alpha Trader, but that's just more about like the mindset and sort of some mathematics that you can kind of get behind as well. One other book, what is it called? Let me try and find it. But I also spend some time with macro traders, so I'm very fortunate to be in this position where I can stream and stuff, and so I've been involved in a lot of streams in the past where we've needed guests for the streams and stuff. So I've basically gone and sought out the sort of macro traders that I want to speak to, and then have them on as a guest on the show and chat to them and pick their brains, and then fortunately enough become friends with them, and then can kind of chat with them and stuff. So I've been in that fortunate position where I can get in a room with certain individuals too. So I have basically learned by experience, just by speaking to people, reading books, looking at even, I did a macroeconomic course on Udemy once, 7 years ago. so is
it still available there?
Probably. But it's little things like that. And like I said earlier, I think with the age of AI, you really can just learn a lot yourself these days. And I would encourage somebody who is trying to get into sort of understanding the mechanics of the market to go down that road probably first before anything else. I hope that made sense anyway.
Yeah. So Roman is trying to learn the macroeconomics. That's good.
Yeah, Roman, I will send you a book that you can go through by a very, very good trader who has been around for 50 odd years. And he still trades now. So he transitioned from being a pit trader in Tokyo, London, and New York, I think.
Must be
And then, yeah, it must be Glenn, yeah. So I'll send you that over. I can't send it to everybody because I'm not supposed to be sending it. I've just announced that on screen. But yeah, it's a great book. It's very lengthy. I just see some questions coming in. Sorry, quant feels like it should be a bad word. You flipping quant. I think quants do get a bad word. I love that. Do you love the film The Big Short? Because that's one of my favorite films.
Big Short?
Big Short, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy which is invincibly, yeah, I've seen that.
You said you met the guy.
Sorry?
Did you say you met the guy?
No, I didn't met the guy.
Oh,
It's like with some power, and he has some, some digital ants in his hand, which repairs his wounds and stuff. You're talking about that one, Big Shot? No, there are many Big Shot movies. So I've watched different one.
You've not seen the Big Short? Come on now.
He's such a good.
This one. About the housing crisis of 2009.
No, not this one.
Oh, you gotta watch it, man. If you're into trading, it's so good, so good. But he has this quant in the room, and it's funny. It's a funny situation. You'll have to watch it. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay.
But it is funny. It is funny. But yeah, quant's probably a bad word. Right. Sorry, I babbled on for ages about macroeconomics and how to learn it. But Roman, that was a great question. If you do, Roman, if you have any questions, fire them in. I'll love that question. But yeah, so gold's starting to have a little dip to the downside here. Starting to see a little bit of pressure, but
yeah,
I'm not too interested at these levels. I want to see a pop back higher. If that can pop higher, then I'd be interested. Ayush, what are you watching at the minute?
So I'm watching the actual absorption is true or not, because you can see that there are a lot of buyers, stuck at this price level, and price is showing us bearish trend. But there is no follow through. There is a lot of selling in this price level, but there is no follow through. I'm assuming this might be a sell trap, the early sell trap, and then take their stop out and fall from this low volume area, which is this lower low. So we have these two areas, which is this one, which can give us a trade, and the another one is this one. But I'm just not sure about the current bear movement we have. I mean, it looks good for a scalper trading on 1 minute. For me, it is really good. You can see a lot of buyers stuck, and the candle is bearish, going back to the comfortable area. But I feel we still need to wait for this candle to close properly, because there is a lot of selling, but there's no respect towards this candle. It's just wicks. So yeah. And if I apply the volume profile for the current price action, that's what I do always. So you can see exactly that the rejection makes sense. I'm not saying it is bad. It makes sense. It is what I call an A+ setup. Rejection from a low volume area, buyers are absorbed and going back to comfortable area, scalping from lower time frame. I'm on a 5-minute chart. On lower time frame, we'll get more opportunities. But on high time frame perspective, this is not looking good for lower prices. So I'm just gonna wait for price to come in this zone. Then we'll take a sell near 4040. So yeah, let's see what happens.
What's going on the crypto front? What is going on?
What's going on in the range?
I was just looking at. So this is the thing that I was breathing heavy on your analysis for. So I was actually checking out. I don't know if everybody looks at sort of, I don't know, big storylines in crypto markets, but something that I used to do quite a bit when I used to trade Bitcoin back in sort of 2015 or whatever it was. So there was this story here that came up that's from CoinDesk saying live updates. Bitcoin falls back to 63,000 as South Korea's Kospi crashes nearly 11%. So South Korea's Kospi index is basically their stock market, and there's a lot of semiconductor chip makers within that sector. So what we're kind of seeing at the minute is the South Korea Kospi is almost like our sort of insight into how the big chip makers are doing. So you can see down here, it says Bitcoin falls back, chip makers remain under pressure with plunges in South Korea's Samsung and SK Hynix leading the Kospi's 10.8% decline overnight. So this is more to do with the sort of AI trade, really, more than anything. and they've tried to relate this to sort of crypto markets, because they're seeing, other majors like ETH, Ripple, Solana are down close to 3 to 4%. So they're kind of seeing this as almost like that is the risk sentiment moment of this. It's not necessarily to do with the fact that the chip makers are under pressure. It's more to do with the fact that if the chip makers are under pressure, it's going to have a negative impact on sort of the US stock market and potential earnings of big companies there. And then that creates that kind of worry and doubt in traders' minds, which then has a knock-on effect onto the risk sentiment in the market. And if there's poor risk sentiment in the market, then cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and things like that tend to underperform. So when we look at the daily chart here of Bitcoin, we came right up into that resistance level of the highs back on the 16th of June. We came up into that level. This was a nice area we talked about potentially rejecting and shorting. Market has broken down. We've come up, retested the 50 moving average in this sort of, you could argue that's like a head and shoulders pattern here. Not huge, obviously.
But it's good to see that we're finally breaking the trend line.
Yeah. So we're finally kind of taking out that neckline, aren't we, of that pattern. So this could be a good option to look for. Okay, well, if the risk sentiment is turning, negative, maybe traders aren't necessarily going to park their money in things like Bitcoin. Maybe they're going to look to try and get safer sort of options around. So now this is breaking down. This could be a good opportunity to look for continuation to the downside. You've got these lows here potentially, and then you've got all this kind of accumulation down towards that 60k level. So I quite like this opportunity for a move down now. I mean, we looked at the move there. Nice little inside candle there as well for a breakout opportunity. So yeah, this is kind of like classic for me. This is almost like if I was swing trading Bitcoin right now, this would have been my sort of play. It would have been waiting for the price to kind of break down. That probably would have been a nice short in here. Rejections of the highs, nice short. As long as you put stops above key levels, I like this a lot. So if we kind of pull back up a little bit, I'm going to look for another short entry on Bitcoin. Let's see if we can let's see what the market profile's saying of this move in here.
Sorry to interrupt you. The volume profile you're applying on the Bitcoin. So what exchange you're using for the data?
This is just a CFD broker exchange, so it's not this is a market profile, so it's not a volume profile. It just differs ever so slightly, but I think if you were to bring up a volume profile, it would look fairly similar to this. I mean, prove me wrong, Ayush. Have a little look, see what the move looks like on the 4-hour chart. But because I'm using a CFD brokers exchange here, there's no kind of centralized data to kind of pull from. So volume analysis becomes a little bit skewed at that point. It becomes not as reliable as if you were using sort of like a futures exchange, for instance. So I use market profile in those senses, and I find that it works pretty well. So around this kind of 6,400 area could be a good level to have a look at. That's the point of control of this kind of zone that we've seen move down. Or if we can get a bit of a higher rejection a little bit higher up, I wouldn't mind that either. So I'll keep an eye on it. We've got the hourly chart here as well with the 50 moving average just resting up towards that 64, 62. So those would be kind of my sort of go-to opportunities there for a move down. I know you're probably eyeing up this low, this low area through here.
Exactly.
There's a bit of a rejection point, so that could be something to also look at as well.
And the gold interestingly, went back above as we discussed.
Yeah,
you can see a lot of sellers in this price level, but the price said no, not right now. So we're going higher. So just looking at the wicks on my chart, it makes me feel that no, we are not ready for the short. So the wick started forming from 7:43, 8 a.m. candle, and 8:13, and the 8:20:31, and it's just wicks and rejection, and follow through always for the upside. So the bear move on the lower time frame is just, so this is what I don't like, Jono. Whenever I see price breaking a high and making a false aggressive sell can, that's not enough to give me a confluence to take a shot. It might be a quick one, because what I have seen from this area is market is breaking highs and highs and highs. This one bear candle is not going to give me a FOMO, and you can see that aggressive selling does not mean the price is going to go lower. At the end, we have to wait for closure, and we are back up again. So either this area or this is the final area where we see some price getting rejected, and I think we are aggressively pushing it higher. And very close, no, not very close. I think we have 30 minutes for the NY Open. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting. You said although there's a lot of sellers, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to close lower.
Yeah.
Why is that?
So I think there are a lot of bid and ask order coming in, but the sellers are taking control. A lot of traders, just use the footprint chart, but I like to use a delta chart, and with that I wait for the closing. Some of them like to take a trade from the bottom or the top, but I'm more of like the confirmation kind of trader. I wait for price to just give me an gesture that it is actually going to go before it goes. I have seen a lot of people taking trades from the bottom, like they'll buy it in this candle and just scale it, or maybe take their profit at the high volume node. For me, I'll take between this candle, after I see some confirmation. So that's why I like to use it with volume profile, and it works really well. But if a person don't know market structure, all these things are just garbage. No help from this tools and stuff.
So you asked me earlier, you said, if somebody was going to knock on your door, come to you and ask you how to trade, how would I do it? I want to ask you the same question. What would you tell them to do?
Oh, first of all, can I go raw with this?
Well, you can do whatever you like.
What kind of question is that? Can I go raw?
Yes. I don't know how to type that question, to be honest.
So the thing is, I'll make sure to tell them that just don't. First of all, whatever you see here and there or with people using, don't stick with it, or don't start praising or praying. Just like if let's say if someone comes to me and see me winning for that day, and they just start praising me, something like that. That's what I've seen beginners do. They are not really locked in with the process. They are more attracted towards the dopamine hit they get, people making money. So I'll just make sure to tell the person, if you think you're going to make everyday money, then you should leave right now. I'm not going to teach you anything. But if you know the outcomes, you're not going to win every day. You lose money, and 110% you will always have time where you'll have losing streak. If you're ready for that, then only we'll start the thing. That's what I tell everyone. Plus, if you don't have any experience with a different work, or maybe if you're not a freelancer, or maybe you don't have some work already holding your finances strong, then you're just wasting your time. And because I've seen, if someone is saying, oh, with just $5,000 which my parents gave me and I became a millionaire, which happens, I'm not saying it's not the possibility, but chances are really less. So yeah, I mean that's now if the person is going to say me, if the person is going to agree with all the terms and condition I'm putting in on the table, if he or she is accepting that, then only we'll talk about the technicals and the next step. or else there is no second step in the enrollment. Simple.
I kind of. I wish someone told me how hard it would be in the beginning. I think that's something that nobody gets told. Everyone says, it's easy because of the way it's marketed, right? It's marketed that trading is easy and you're going to be able to make, huge fortunes and things like that. And you're not wrong in terms of like there are those unicorns out there that do it and they do really well. But they are rare cases, and they're rare cases for a reason. Would it have stopped me from learning? Probably not. But if somebody had just said to me, this is going to be a lot harder than you think, maybe I would have took some different choices with what I did. Like, I probably wouldn't have gone live as quickly as I did. Probably wouldn't have jumped in with so much money as quickly as I did. I would probably have took a lot of time to do the research, understand it, and then have a little look at how it impacts markets. And I think, unfortunately, there's a lot of bad mentors out there, and you have to kind of go through them to find the good ones. And hopefully everybody here thinks that we're a couple of the good ones. I hope so anyway, because I like to think I am. So yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. I think, getting into trading is easy. Starting up is easy. Technical analysis, to understand it, takes a lot less time than other things. But to actually get the experience, to the feeling of it, and putting your money on the line, dipping your toe in, going through your trading psychology of getting beaten up a few times before making a success. No one prepares you for that. No one prepares you for that at all. I'd like to know from chat, actually. I'd like to know what is their, if they're willing to share anyway. What is their, there we go. Was it easy for you to become a profitable trader?
Absolutely not.
Now, profitable is quite an interesting conversation. What makes profitable trader? Is it 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins in a row? Is it a year of good results? Is it 2 years of good results? What is it? I'd love to know that.
It's free advice with no promises from you guys. So I have a pretty good question from Jisoo. So if there is a lot of sells and price not going down, why is that? Don't tell me absorption again. I want to see if someone actually gets it. So let's assume that there is a lot of let's take this area only. So if there is a lot of selling pressure and price is not going lower, there is not only one participant in the market, the aggressive traders. There are passive players as well. So they need, in order to close the price lower, they need more aggressive sellers just to beat the passive buyer sitting at the price level. So it does not mean that there is only one player playing in the market which is aggressive. No, there are passive players as well, which you can see on the book map. I'm not saying that every single area where you can read everything, not everything is on the plate, but it's more of like a understanding of structure, market structure, and things as well. So I'm not really glorifying what I use. It's just market structure with the data which I have, which gives me strength to understand what's happening on the chart. So when I say absorption, is I always like to see in the low volume area. So I'm not really analyzing that what's happening at each price level. I don't really care what's happening right now. It's just low volume areas, and then understanding that what's going on here, So for me, it's all on market structure and then these tools. And absorption, I like to see it only in the low volume areas, or where I call the resistance or support levels. If they happen at the rest levels, I don't really care. And if I'm targeting the swing lows or swing high, I make sure that there is enough volume for price to just suck in the sellers aggressively lower than just holding them at the higher prices. So yeah. So Jono is smiling. He reads something.
Sorry, there was I don't know. Is it Jisoo?
Jisoo P, yeah. Very famous guy.
To become a profitable trader, one needs to think outside the box. Inside the box, and create a different shape than a box. And I just, I like that. It tickled me. I don't know why. Just like it just made me laugh a little bit. I enjoyed that. But one question I'd love to know as well is from chat. What is your favorite chart pattern and why? Right, I would love to know that. So my favorite chart pattern is, and this is going to sound so basic. Now this is where Ayush is going to go. This guy is a dinosaur. This guy is so old. He's using old techniques. Why?
Just say it. I'm waiting.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. is the saying. But my favorite is the double top, double bottom pattern, and that sounds so basic these days.
No. I'm not going to say anything. It's good. Double top, bottom with context. If you use everywhere, it's not going to work. But at some specific areas, it works. Simple as that.
Exactly. And I also like to pair it with a bit of divergence. If we get a bit of divergence, that gets me. That gets me. But I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what that is, what that looks like when I use it, and then we can have a little look at maybe Ayush can then give us an example of it with some volume. Now that would be, you know what I mean? That sounds good to me. So the double top, double bottom pattern, very simple concepts, right? It's just basically when price is essentially moving higher and it fails to make a new successful higher high for the double top pattern. We then see a break of the neckline, which is that low, and it often leads to a change in the trend. Same for the double bottom pattern. This time you're looking for downward movements, lower lows, lower highs, and then you get that kind of equal level low, and a break of the neckline, which is the previous high, can lead to some reversal patterns. So there's actually a nice little kind of example here on Bitcoin that I can see on the 30-minute chart where price has come up into that daily structure of resistance that we spoke about. And it is forming higher highs, higher lows, right? Yeah. Market then goes to create a new higher high. Now, technically it does from the wicks, but not from the bodies, right? And that's what I'm always looking for. I want to see a body close above a previous high to give me confidence that we are going to see a continuation. And to be honest, I need 2 closes above to see a strong confirmation of that. So this could be almost like your first trading opportunity when you see this kind of false breakout of a previous high. If we look at the stochastic oscillator down here as well, we've got divergence, right? So there's a divergence because price is making a technical higher high with the wicks, but is making a lower high on the stochastic. That for me is a good setup, a good trading setup. First trade can be from here with the stop losses above the high. And again, I like to break my trades down into 3. The second one can be the break and retest of the neckline. Mm-hmm. So price comes down through, breaks through, comes up, rejects it. We see a continuation to the downside here. And that's such a simple pattern, but it works so well in context, right? Yeah. And that's what Ayush was saying. Everything, I always say all of it works some of the time, right? So our goal as traders should be to try and find the sum of the time, right? When is it more likely going to work? When is it less likely going to work, right? Nice. That's reloading. That's my sound, that is. I love it. So, for me, it's always kind of looking at that in context. Now, this is something that I do with new traders a lot. I always say to them, like, pick a chart, pick a trend, try and find a trend in the market.
John.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Jace is asking you something.
Oh, sorry. What is the question? Look at order flow. Double top means reducing aggression in D bars. Using that is easier or bombs. That's fair. But also, a lot of people might not have access to order flow. So if you do have access to that data and you have access to the futures data, then fair enough. Some people might not have access because a lot of futures data you have to pay for. So if you're going to have like subscriptions and stuff, then that's fair enough, especially the type of data that you might want to look at. So if you don't have that, then these are a couple of different techniques that you can use. So one thing that I like to do is if you find a trend in a market, or what I teach a lot of new traders to do, is go and look at those reversal patterns, right? Look at where the market is reversed. So look here, like the market has made a new lower low, and here's the lower high. Go and highlight all those lower highs in the market.
JSO is asking really good question. I would ask it. Isn't something free?
What isn't something free?
I mean, the tools.
What? Order flow?
Yeah.
Some of it is. Is yours free?
Which one? Which one is free?
So the level 2 data, I'm assuming you're using level 2 data, right?
Yeah.
You pay for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's asking, is anything for free?
Isn't something free? Or I'm confused. I'm confused. I mean, you can probably get free data, but a lot of the level 2 data, if you're going to use, so if you're using, you can't use order flow without futures data, right?
You need futures data, either level 1, level 2, whatever works, but that's the first requirement.
Yeah, but is level 1's delayed, right?
Yeah. A little bit.
It's delayed by 10 minutes, I think. So
yeah. Saying something.
Makes
no words.
Yeah.
When I'm next on live. Oh, so we can't take that risk, Jesu. For now. Now we need to discuss that with Jonathan. Then we'll get arrange.
Has Jesus been on before then?
No.
Oh.
And I wish you know. We are excited for Glenn to join us tomorrow. It's going to be really amazing.
I have actually seen some trades that Glenn has been putting in the Discord channel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nice. They're looking good. So I'm looking forward to having Glenn.
He is the OG. That's what I've heard from Jonathan and Michael. So, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have have you seen his name on the Discord? The legendary Glenn.
I have seen the name on the Discord. Yeah.
So gonna have stream with legendary Glenn. Sorry, I said Glenn. Sorry. On our panel. I will come tomorrow to ask Glenn the good questions. Be nice, man. Be nice.
Be nice.
You're gonna ask questions. So let's say for today, I think we forgot about the like target. I forgot to mention it. What should be the like target for today? Both of you, Jono and Roman. We did 40 yesterday.
Did we get to 40?
Oh, so let's do 40.
45?
45. So 45 or 100 likes. So you're asking, Gerard, or it's done 100? Let me check. No.
1 million is good. I would never give away something.
So robot have figured out the bot, to get 1 million likes.
I mean, if you do it, I'll write it.
So let's do 45. Good number. 45 likes for Gary, yeah.
But this is just to kind of go back a little bit, sorry, just to bore everybody to death. But if you are trying to study chart patterns and stuff, go look at your higher time frame trend, highlight where those turning points are, go to lower time frames, look at the patterns around that. Did you see any double top patterns, double bottom patterns? Did you see any head and shoulders patterns, things like that? Because you'll find that a lot of them are there, especially this one up here, nice double top and a breakout. So if you are going to look at something, I'd suggest that's a good starting point as well. It's kind of looking at those turning points, why they've occurred. I can see someone put in a question saying, can a trader become profitable trading chart patterns only? Now, if you, like Ayush said earlier, if you trade every single one, probably not. But if you use it within context, then yeah, sure, I use them all the time. But there has to be a valid reason behind why you're going to trade that market in the first place.
Just to add a bit to this question is, there is no problem trading with the patterns. But if you don't know that why price is going to drive towards a specific area and why you're targeting that is the main point. I think double top, double bottom, everything works. But if you don't know where you're going to cut your trade or where's the safest area price can reach easily, is something which is going to help you with patterns as well. So if you figure out that, you can trade with cows and buffaloes as well. Anything will work.
For sure. Jesus, I have seen the movie Snatch. Great film. Ayush, have you seen Snatch?
No.
My God.
I'm not good with movies, sorry.
I'm leaving right now. Actually, I don't actually know how old Ayush is. How old are you, Ayush? Can I ask that question? Are you allowed to answer?
You can guess it. Let's
guess it.
Yeah.
This could be bad. Maybe I should get some questions to ask.
Well,
what should I ask Ayush to try and guess his age? Were you born? Were you born before or after the year 2000?
Wow, that's a really nice question. 2002.
2002?
Yeah.
So you're a ripe old age of 24.
Yeah.
You bastard. Everyone used to say that to me. They used to go, because whoever and I used to stream with people, they were much older than me. They go, how old are you? And I'd be like, 25, 26. They'd be like, you are an asshole. Yeah.
That's what they say?
Yeah, pretty much, because they were just like, I wish I did this when I was your age, sort of thing. Now I can start saying things like that to you, because although I'm only 32, I can start saying those things to you.
Glenn, I still remember, Glenn said that 24 is still a baby.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I can't feel it. I don't feel a baby in me. The baby is just so tired trading. Jonah is 33. Damn. What do you mean by almost, Jesus? So you were guessing it?
Yeah, you know what? It's not even wrong. My birthday is in about how many days?
Oh. How many days?
6 days.
Oh. 6 days. So it's in August.
Yeah. So you're not too far off.
Yeah. So
I must look 33. God damn it. That's not good.
Oh yes, my youngest is 22 and the elder. Oh, okay. Now I get it, Sir Glenn. and the gold. It is messing around. That's why again another sell-off. When you were explaining about the things, I think it's really much comfortable, and that's why I'm not doing anything because we're very close. I'll penetrate at 9:30 or after 9:30. So assuming we'll see manipulation up and then lower. And why I like this range, because let's say if a structure forms, maybe like we go here, and then we get really good bearish confirmation. And first of all, it makes sense for me to take a shot because the first range is anyway going to attract the price lower. And the next one is at 4013, where on the left, we have this high volume node. But to be on the safer side, I'm targeting the high of the high volume node, not targeting the low. As I explained previously, already we have a range in this area. So market might form another range. I don't want my trade to be in the range or just be slow. So this is the best target for shorts. So I'm still counting on it. So I think John already said about the levels as well. So we are now coming in the zones. It's just a matter of time and patience. So the thing is, someone asked, can we trade pattern? If we see double top forming over here, then I'll take it. But if I see double top forming over here where there is no key level for me, I would not. That's how you can use the pattern, simple as that. Not every double top, double bottom is a trade, like for every FVG and every low volume node. Not every low volume node is a trade. Oh, so Jason is asking Glenn, how old are you, by the way? You'll get to know tomorrow.
Guess the age. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm gonna get up a blank chart, really random chart. I'm going to put a random indicator on it, and we're going to get Ayush to guess the indicator.
Oh, nice, interesting.
Right, I'm not going to show my screen here. Let me move that. That'll be cheating. Insert indicators.
Oh, I can look back. You can do whatever.
I don't even know what this is either.
Why you're putting
so good luck to you.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, hang on. That's I think that was a bit too hard actually. Let me get something else.
Give me something related to SMC or ICT.
I don't know what those are. Well, I know of them, but I don't know enough about them. Right, okay. Oh, that one's too easy though. I feel like I need something that's just slightly in the middle of difficult.
Come on.
Go.
You are scaring me the way you are finding it.
Well, I'm just trying a load of them out and thinking, nah, that doesn't look good enough. Right, let's just do this one. Because it looks similar to another one. This is our roundup of guess that. It's a blank chart. Hang on. You can't see those lines?
No.
Oh, God, one second.
Not... Come on.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. It ain't going to work.
Seriously,
you tried to make me edit it right there and then so that you'd see what it is. It ain't gonna work. I want the chat to guess too.
Red and blue lines.
Red and blue lines.
Can you zoom out a bit? All right, so
sorry, hang on one second.
I know a snake indicator. It looks like an EMA or Bollinger Bands.
It's close.
Close. I don't know. I have never used something like this in my trading. Okay, try. So yeah, ATR. No. Somewhere close to ATR, you can say at least that much.
You're probably a little bit closer with. I mean, I guess ATR could be used in this for sure. It might be how it is a little bit closer to that, but you're closer with Bollinger Bands.
Wait, give me a minute. I'm just asking someone.
You just screenshotted it after ChatGPT. Keltner? No.
What's chat doing? Is there an answer in the chat?
No.
It's shit. Even ChatGPT is not telling me the straight answer.
Even ChatGPT doesn't know.
Is it HMA?
No.
Oh, no. He's saying 60% fast EMA and a lot of unnecessary things.
He's saying what? It's if you want to tell him it's a 14 EMA, you can.
So it's EMA, 14 EMA. With the highs and low.
I'll let you know what it's called. It's called an envelope.
Oh, I have never heard of this.
There you go. Look, I'll put the definition down just to explain it to people because it'll do it way better than I would. Because I've never used that before either, and I thought, what is that? So here we go. Just shows you that you don't need to know all the technical indicators out there. An envelope is a technical analysis tool that plots upper and lower bounds around a price chart. It shows when price moves unusually far from a usual range. So when you said ATR, it was kind of like the ATR if you were looking at it with the ATR bands. They're often built as a moving average envelope using two moving average lines. Envelopes help traders spot overbought, oversold conditions and define trading ranges. So it does basically what a Bollinger Band does, but without the middle bit. So,
Thank you.
why
Thanks,
would
Glenn.
they
Yeah.
build that? Let's see. If I go back a little bit, there was a bit of an explanation to why it or how it differs from a Bollinger Band.
Jace was asking where's Jonathan and Mike. One is here, the another one is busy, and Mike is also busy. They'll join us soon. I'm also waiting for all of us to be on a stream live where Jonathan, me, the second Jonathan, and Mike, and Alex, and Anastasia. Who's left? Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming like we will have a stream where every single person of Tradeify Kibbler is on a stream. It will be amazing. We might do it when we hit 30,000 subscribers. I said it earlier as well. Very close. We are very close to 30,000 subscribers. Just need to hit the button. That's it. So what are you doing, John?
Well, the game's over. Envelopes. There we go.
Wow, I will never play a game with you.
Okay. Why does it sound so eerie when you say it? Because you laugh after and it makes me feel like you're going to do something bad to me.
Just trying to figure out to understand. You know, I think you told me to watch a show. I forgot the name of it.
The Big Short.
No. About your accent.
Oh, Peaky Blinders.
Peaky. Let me write it. Peaky Blinders. But I don't know. Today I heard from Alex. I can understand everything he's saying, but it's only you who's making me do a lot of hard work. Peaky. So it's P-I-K-I or K-Y?
P-E-A.
P-E-A-K-Y. Blinders. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it only for Jonathan, guys. So we can, you know, I can also communicate like him.
Is it really that bad?
No, it's not bad. I think this is what you speak. I call it English. You know. This is what you speak. I call it English.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I don't know.
Because that's what
some people might say to me that English is poor. That is to my English.
You know, but your accent is really tough to adapt.
Wow.
Where's
Yeah.
Scotland?
I think this is a fun fact for you. I think there are more dialects in the UK than there are in America.
Oh. So let's say in the country then. I'm not going anywhere. Lol, it's not that bad, Ayush. If you guys want to watch a real movie, watch Fat Pizza. What's that?
I don't even know if I want to. Do I want to Google that, or is that a trap?
I guess so, because it's coming from Jesu. So yeah,
It's a trap.
it's a trap.
Okay. Never trust what the internet tells you. The poll has been completed.
Okay, it's 100% no.
Oh,
Makes sense.
just shows you.
Yeah. And the goal is forming the bearish, I mean, for people who use the pattern, bearish flag. I'm going to use the flag soon. Let's see.
I guess you don't use many chart patterns then, Ayush.
Sorry?
You don't use many chart patterns.
No, I use what people use. So if you use like a horse pattern, I'll use a horse pattern. So that's how I use it. I tried using them, you know, to see the common mistake I made, like everyone does when they enter the market, is like the first one I learned is double top. Simple as that, and I got many losses. But it took me 2-3 years to understand that everything never works at the same place. You have to find that those areas where it works, you know. So I felt that I'm a wrong person, or that I'm a wrong guy trying to make money in the stream, because it works for others, not working for me. They are also trading double top, and I'm also trading double top. But then what's wrong I'm doing? But it's more of like they understand the game. That's why they are pretty good with the patterns as well. So you know that you use really simple. I mean, you and many people and me, Anastasia, we have different strategies, but you see people with very basic strategy are making money. People with a very complicated strategy are also making money. It's more of like good grip and data and of understanding that how market behaves and just sticking with some pattern.
I think, the saying is keep it simple, stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Try and keep it as simple as possible. Even with the data that you're using here, right?
I mean,
don't try and overcomplicate it by looking at every bubble and thinking it's a decision, right? It still needs to be at a decent area before you get involved with it.
Yeah. I mean, when you said simple, stupid, market is simple. The stupid is human. No, I heard.
I know you're not even joking either. I'm just like, I agree. I'm laughing out of agreement.
No, I heard someone saying that the market is simple, but the stupid is human, and I agree on that. You can teach patterns to anyone. You can teach trading strategies to anyone, like we teach things on the school and the colleges, but you can never teach your brain how to perform well in the market. The strategies can be learned. It's not so hard.
I agree. I concur.
I have a dinosaur pattern. I have llama pattern too. You have metal pattern robot. I have a phantom pattern. I don't know what they are talking. The chat, it's getting difficult. It was cake and now it's a pattern. Let's see how many likes do we have. My confidence looks so great when I ask how many likes do we have when we have 11 people watching. It's 11. So the guy who buys the likes is not watching our stream today.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, I just said giveaway and there were 2 viewers. Giveaway. Oh no. One went off.
I feel like I should just like the stream so it looks good on my numbers.
Come on, you didn't like it.
I haven't liked it yet, no. Here we go. Ready? Like.
Should be 12 then.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, it increased. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
You're welcome. What are we saying then? 5 minutes before the open. What are the levels you're looking at here then? Same levels as earlier?
Yeah.
No change.
Five minutes, guys. 5 minutes for what? I think NY Open, yeah. NY Open. Roman, can you please kick me for 5 minutes? I'll just do 20 push-ups and come back with good energy for NY.
Why kick you? Let's watch. Let's in the chat, let's say, can Ayush do 20 push-ups? What are we saying? Yes or no? So yeah, we've got 4 minutes to the open. Let's see what the key levels are to watch. Let's have a little look at Bitcoin first. Bitcoin in a little bit of its own little world right now. Trading range, kind of developing around this kind of 63,000 level. So a couple of different options we can look for on this particular market. I love when we see that accumulation. I love when we see that market just go sideways. Shows us that the market is trading in fair value, right? Buyers and sellers are in agreement in prices. So I need to see a breakout of this area, retest, and see if we can get some kind of action to the downside. If not, actually like Ayush's earlier sort of area, talking about the low volume areas, or this is where obviously prices moved very, very quickly. So a lot of the times price can come back and use this level as a bit of like a shelf to trade from. So looking for either the continuation of the downside here or a push up into this resistance for that continuation. lower. I think Bitcoin lower makes sense still from, hitting that resistance level on the daily chart and breaking down through these kind of short pullback candlesticks through here. So I like this downside opportunity here at the moment. I like the potential to come down into this key area at 62k. I think that'll be a good first target. Second target will probably be down towards this area here, right? Let's have a quick look at the key levels through there. Around about 60k, right? Makes sense. Nice round number 2. There we go. 60,000. Oh, I hear a noise. He's back. Do we reckon he got the 20 push-ups?
Yeah.
He's out of breath. Easy at his age, Glenn said. I saw a guy on the news in the UK, and he's 98 years old, and he does 20 push-ups in the morning, 20 push-ups of an evening.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking I'm lazy.
I mean, I think last month or maybe before 2 months, I was not able to do even 2 push-ups.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just more. I'm training. It's because of my coach. I go for MMA class in the morning. So,
okay, yeah.
So it's more of like military training. They beat the shit out of you before you die. So every push-up feels like, one more and it's my funeral next day.
I like it.
So market open in 5 minutes. Not 5.
1 minute.
We've
got 1 minute to go. I've just gone through my levels on Bitcoin that we can look into.
I'm green, red, flat. Flat for today. Let's see what we have. The target is anyway already in a key level. We see some bears coming in, and still have to wait for 1 minute.
Yeah.
If we see something, we will catch it.
I still like the idea on gold of a move back up to this kind of $40,000 and $50 area. If we get anywhere near there, I think that's a good short idea. Let me just have a quick look at our bond yields on the open as well.
Okay, look at the 930 candle coming up. Exactly why we wait for and my open. Still, I think the area which is gold currently right now, it's a very comfortable area. So we need some aggressive trades and absorption for confirmation. Auto circle. Look at this candle. This is a 930 candle right there. Directly went up into this area. Let's see on the 1 minute, you can see it is in a very bad range. If we cross somehow higher and then reject with a wick and near this area, then it makes sense to just go lower. Let's see what we create on the 15 minute. Still have to wait for price to close, or maybe at least wait for the 5 minute candle. And then we can decide. Then the final target is 4013 for me for bears. Is 200 EMA is good to use to filter? I mean, it's the best one I come across for trend. So if it gets really difficult for you to analyze the trend on the high time frame, you can use it. That's why I use the 200 sometimes. So it is not a bad thing to add. I forgot to apply the VWAP, the daily VWAP. Okay. So yeah, okay. So we have the daily VWAP area as well. If it will come at that area, then it will be A plus setup. I'm not forcing anything, but the 930 candle with the both side rejected wick and in the range is telling me to chill for now. You still have to wait. And then do something about it, because there's a lot of selling, but the candle is just deciding still. So this is an A plus area I look at, but market can still like die from this area as well, but there is no such aggressiveness I see. Let's go on the 2-minute chart. All right, so this is the trend line, or the bearish flag we have. I'm saying that this area is looking really good, but just to be exact, if we break below, the retest and continuation lower will form another opportunity for shorts. You can target the swing low as well, but as I explained in my video and always on live, that for me, this range high, this high volume node high is my take profit area, or the if with a lot of aggression, price can reach 4,003 level with ease. And going back to this area, you can see that we are kind of still taking support at this level. What platform is that? It's MotiWave. So in a very comfortable range right now, and in this low volume node, just forming another range, so not really a good key level, I would say. So these two double tops matters if we close above. And you can see that the price is, I don't know what happens if so I can draw only once and not twice, because I have to draw every single time. So these are the rejections we are getting at this trend line. Let's see what happens when we reach this VWAP area and the edge of the high volume node area.
I like it. I think that's the game plan for me. See if we can get a move back up into that higher little range there.
Yeah.
See if we can get a decent trade from there. Just keeping an eye on the US stock market, starting to see some declines, testing the sort of US session lows from yesterday.
Thank you.
This is the S&P 500.
Okay. D-shape kind of profile forming on the daily.
Yeah, very much opened within yesterday's range if you're looking at it from just a US session point of view, which can often lead to a little bit more of a sort of range-bound price movement.
Mm-hmm.
Got some clear sort of levels to work with. Argue that we're probably looking at that. So let's see if we get to the bottom of the range. If we get to the bottom of the range, might be an idea to have a little look for short-term long back into the highs of the range. But we're just waiting for the initial balance to load up as well. It takes about 15 minutes. Just have a little look at the first 15 minutes of trading and then see what happens from there. See if we get a bit of a breakout situation or a consolidation.
Mm-hmm. So we are breaking beneath the range so far. That's what I can see on a gold.
We're starting to break lower on gold.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It's a 2-minute chart and 5-minute. Yeah, we're breaking below the range. I mean, bullish flag. Do you also use the 1-hour IB on the future side? Yes, but it's also based on the yearly data, which I don't really always agree on. like price 70% of time this and that happened because that candle closed like this and stuff. I know people make money using that, but I'm more of like structure and a volume based trader. But using the first hour candle for the trend analysis, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I look at the 1 hour initial balance, and I look at because obviously you've got lots of different strategies out there, haven't you? So you've got the 15-minute opening range breakout sort of strategy, which is a very popularized strategy online, just because it's very simple to follow. So sometimes I look at sort of the 15-minute as well, but traditionally it's the 1 hour initial balance of the market open that you would use. I think 15 minutes can be a little bit too tight, but it depends what you're looking at for your trading day, how quickly you can be in the market, how much time you've got to spend to look to trade. What's the volume telling us, Ayush?
So we're rejecting the low volume areas, but it's more of looking like selling pressure is kicking in. So still kind of double doubting because we are testing this, support level. You can see tab 1, tab 2, and tab 3. Let's see what happens. And even if it breaks lower, just break and retest kind of setup can form in this zone instead of this level. Mm-hmm. But we are still rejecting this support level every time we are tapping it. And I'm
quite close to the current day's lows as well, so we've got to be careful of that.
Yeah. I think the 15 is really good for Globex open. You mean the first 15-minute candle?
1 hour for London and New York. I need to open a window in this room. Give me 1 second.
I assume that if the volume is very low in this lows, price might come back in the comfortable area, then can reject again. So maybe you trend break and retest kind of setup.
Like a super villain just coming into screen.
That looks so funny. I was like, why he's...
There you go. I was standing that entire time and I was like, it's getting hot in this room as well. Like, I shut the window because there was construction work going on, and I was like, oh, that's going to get on my nerves.
See them.
Nice breakout formed.
Robot is saying something. I think what pair you're all talking about? 0.618.
Where's that? I've not seen it.
He's talking about some level. I'm not sure which pair he means.
See the middle wick? That's a 0.618 bounce. That's Fibonacci, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and use Fib.
I mean, I'd look at this move here as an opportunity to get short, but I'm just looking at where price is relative to the low, because that would be my first point to exit from. It's kind of like there's no real risk reward to risk there. I just feel like, let's say I got short on that break, my stop loss has to go above that high. So if I open up the 5-minute chart here, when you look at the reward to risk ratio of that is horrific. So that to me doesn't really work as a trade right now. So I'd like to see it pull back a little bit further. Give me an opportunity to get in around where that 5 minute 50 moving average is potentially. Gives me that little bit of confidence to have that stronger reward to risk ratio.
The first 50-minute candle is still dancing, if you see on the gold. I mean, coming back, closing above the range as well, where there's low volume. We might get a break and retest setup, but the 50-minute candle, if it creates the both side wick, then we have to wait again. I think then you call it the inside candle. The next candle which will open will be inside bar with both side wicks. That's what I'd hate to watch. So this is the lower value area low of this range, and it might look really weird, but that's how we use it in the lower time frame. And if it gets closer to my area, because it's already close to the area which I'm targeting, if it gets closer to it, I might look for retest if it doesn't hit that, because there is already low available for me to target in the future, which is this one. I know what tool list is that to market. This is the low. It should be logged in here. I'm just gonna make sure that I am using the perfect price. I have to add more tools in it. Yeah, this is the last swing low. This is the safest swing low for the sell target, and the 50-minute candle is aggressive, very aggressive. Let's see what happens on the 5-minute. If we retrace back in the low volume areas, maybe somewhere around here, then we can get a chance to take a shot. And there is a lot of selling. Oh wait, I have to open this big trades. Oh no, it looks horrible, I know. Let me change the setting. So you guys can see the candles. Yeah, so there are a lot of sellers trying to come in, but we need follow through. Let's see what happens. You can see we have 68 negative delta at the 4020 level. My invalidation is 4018. Okay, 0.3. So that's what I like to see for the retrace. A lot of sellers trap and then price going higher. Today, like target. Oh, so 6i, it's 40.40, and you guys still have 15 minutes. If you want to buy some, you still have 15 minutes to use your credit card. We wicked into the 0.76. So you're talking about fib level, right? If I'm not wrong, Jono. Guessing from his.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a fib level. S&P 500 is testing the range lows now. I'll kind of move this. Come on, move. You can stay there then. Testing the value area low of yesterday's session, so we'll see how this one shapes up, because we do see a breakout in the S&P 500. We could see some lower prices. So obviously before we talked about the let me delete this a second. In the past we talked about the Kospi index a little bit earlier today, which is causing this little bit of a risk off moment. Stock markets falling a little bit. It looks to me like we're now starting to break out of this supporting trend line, break out of the 50 daily moving average. Stocks are looking pretty vulnerable here, the stock market in particular, which is telling us a little bit about that risk sentiment. Let me just have a look. The fear and greed index, which is showing us a reading of 38, so that is fear. Yesterday was 39, a week ago was 43. So we're starting to see that market less in the greed section where we were a year ago at 73, more into the fear section right now. If I look at the put to call options ratio, which is the options market, we can see that they are that put to call ratio is higher. So basically saying that the put to call ratio is rising is usually a sign that of nervousness, usually a sign of selling and whatever. So really interesting to see that that's rising. Usually when it gets to an extreme, we could look for a reversal in that and see a nice little low form in the stock market as well. So that was around about April the 6th, which was around this area here before we saw that big move up. We're on the opposite side of that now. So we're seeing a lot of a lot of downside pressure makes sense at the moment. So we might actually get a little bit of a breakout to the downside and maybe a little break and retest of this section going on here instead of looking for the market to remain in the range. But short in stock markets it's a difficult game. It's a difficult game. I've tried to do it many a times. Many a times I have failed. I'm not scared to admit it.
We are still kind of forming the setup, and it is still failing to close lower. Absorption, and then there's setup, but you're gonna wait, and NQ is just dying. NQ is okay, but it actually died from the 930 and went so lower. I mean, there's no top-down analysis on my side, but the flush looked good. Anyway, going back to gold, I still think that price is again gonna go back to the range to make it comfortable. And if buyers goes for price discovery at this area, because anyway we already have another HVN waiting for price to, just take it. It's here. So for sales, I'm not ready yet.
I like it. Bitcoin is starting to break lower as well. We're starting seeing a little bit of a move there, which is something we were looking for with that sort of risk sentiment. Coming into the lows that formed on the 17th of July, starting to see a little bit of a rebound from there. But, I'm expecting a bit of a deeper move on this at the moment. So looking for that pull back into this zone, really, this nice strong level around about that 62K level. So this could be a nice little break and retest situation going on here as well. 30-minute accumulation going on there. Get a nice close below, pull back up into. We're looking to see if we get a rejection in and around this area as well. Nice little break, retest, reject, see a move lower. So a couple of markets starting to set up a little bit. Nothing completely on my radar just yet. Set some alerts.
All right, tap the point of control, rejection. What pair is that? It's one the dying. Which one is it?
This is Bitcoin.
Oh, so Bitcoin is selling off.
Yep, breaking through these lows in here. Let's have a look at euro dollar. Holding it within this little bit of a channel here. I don't think you'll see much moves in FX pairs, to be honest, because of the Federal Reserve interest rate decision coming tomorrow. So usually we get this kind of lull in volatility and whatnot going on ahead of that, because nobody wants to make a decision so close to something like that, because there could be a lot of changes. So maybe we'll see a bit more of a range bound day across some markets. I'd be interested to know. So, if you think that the point of control is a good like magnet for price, would you like buy? So, in this situation now, if you see like absorption, would you buy up to that point of control? Or
yeah. I usually do it when you can see on my chart there is low volume, and if I'm on low time frame and on 5 minute, on 1 minute, if I see some confirmation and then the sellers are stuck, and the next point of control is here, so I will target that high and just for a scalp on 1 minute, just to be quick. So on 1 minute, let's go on 1 minute. Let's say I buy here, put my stop loss at this low and target the 1:1. That's usually I do on the lower time frame scalping. Yeah, I know the risk to reward. If the point of control is very close to the entry point, then I don't. In this case, it is really close, and the area is really bad as well. It's again going back to in the comfortable zone. But I think if I invert the chart, which I can't on MotiWave, the same kind of setup, if you have for selling, it is an A+. It's like kind of accumulation, manipulation, distribution kind of setup. Sellers, and when just going higher towards point of control, a lot of buying coming in, and I still this is a kind of D-shaped kind of profile formed on gold, to be fairly honest, after 9:30. That's why the idea is not clear. When you have D-shaped profile, it's gonna either break to the upside or downside. But the good part is on the upside, we have a high volume node, which is going to act as magnet. If that fails, we have nothing but price will go lower. That's why I'm really comfortable in this range. Don't really care if I miss something, because the opportunity is still sitting for us at this high near the daily VWAP. So daily VWAP, I'm still keeping my eye on. And looking at the price action, I feel the bears are not really interested right now. Let's see what happens at the value area high and these double tops where there is low volume. If we see aggressive buyer coming in, a lot of coming in and a buy coming in, a bull candle and then rejection. This is what I like to see for the next selling opportunity, which is in this key zone. But we are in a D-shaped profile, and the buyers and sellers are so comfortable. Makes it tough for us to decide in which direction we should plan a trade. But as you said, the buy towards the point of control is what I call quick scalp. You can do it.
Makes sense. A bit of like that mean reversion trade, isn't it? Back to the daily VWAP.
Yeah.
Do you change the VWAP based on sessions, or is it just the entire day?
No, it's the daily one, yeah.
I don't know whether you looked at it from a session point of view as well.
Yeah. No, session sometimes, but I only use volume profile for session based. As you can see, I apply from this random area on my gold chart.
Have we hit our light goal? That is the question.
Yeah. Let's
We have?
see. Yeah, we did. Oh, wow. I think you said 45.
Did I?
Yeah. But let's keep it 40. Let's keep it 40.
What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? We're not at that goal.
So one more like, and then we do the giveaway. And I know again the list will be of 50 people, even though we have 13.
Are we duck rising?
Yes, sir, we are. We are duck racing. So, but for that we need to hit the right target. I think we are already. Yeah, it's 40. So, guys, right? What should we tell them? Right.
Right. I don't know. I was going to say Ayush loves silver.
Silver, right? Silver in the chat, which only genre uses for correlation. So write silver in the chat in order to participate in the giveaway. I'm setting things up. Meanwhile, you can break down or you can plan a trade. This one is just gonna break my heart. If it goes to my take profit, I'm in target area. Anyway, keep on spamming.
I mean, this is, yeah. I mean, I would like to have pushed a little bit higher before trying to get on that short. Let me bring up another chart of gold. So we can have a look at the minute chart. I mean, this is just a simple sort of strategy that you can look at. By just lining up those time frames, this would have been a nice sort of trade in there. I would have liked to have seen it come a little bit higher because I just know that there's going to be some volume a little bit higher up. Plus, I don't know whether I would have got a good reward to risk ratio on that. So on that close there, very tight stop. Potentially could have got at least a 1-to-1 out of it. I do like the idea of it coming all the way down to this $4,008 area. So, you know, if we do see the continuation here of gold of just lower lows, lower highs, you know, could be a good idea to look for some continued shorts. We can see we're in the what I like to call the phase one, which is going with the trend at the moment. So we're seeing that change of trend on the 1 minute chart. Nice breakout. You know, we should, if we do see this continuation down, we should see lower lows and lower highs on this chart as well. So keep an eye on it. Let's see if we get that breakdown. Might have missed that little move in there, which is what we looked at here on the 5 minute chart. Yeah, still hopeful of a little rebound up to 4,050 as well. Like if we do see a decent break to the upside, that would be my ideal, like my most ideal level to get short. So let's see. A quick flick over to the S&P 500. Kind of staying within its range at the minute. Strong sort of first 15 or half an hour move there.
Guys, 1 more minute for the giveaway closing for the registration. 1 more minute and then we do the duck race. Setting up things. And Geek the Real 161, you're in the list. Don't worry, you don't have to spam. Quack quack.
Who's your bets on today?
Sorry?
Who are you betting on today? Which duck?
100% on Luna. Chances are really high that she'll win. More coming in. Bottom, take the goal. Yay. Let me check. Yeah, it is still it's not in an area where you should look for a setup. The value area, low rejection, looks good. BBQ with so robot, I was expecting that are you scalping? Are lower time from scalping? I'm assuming you had a good trade if you sold it and just exited the value area, low area. Dr. Duck will win. Oh, thanks for reminding. I have an appointment with doctor. I forgot. Silver. Okay. And a few more seconds, and then I just extract the names, and then we run up. Okay, the Grace and Modi Duck. We'll have that as well for you, especially Prashant. All right, I am ready with the names. I'm gonna share my screen in a bit. We have 29 people. I'm not surprised. And here it is. So, oh no.
What's going on?
I set it to 1 hour.
What?
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna have to get in Discord. Find out who wins.
All right. So I'm betting on. Oh, look at Trump ducks. It's Roman. Roman is Trump today.
You know what? You never bet on the first ones that go out because they go off quickly. They seem to always fall at the end.
That analysis was wrong someday when me and Roman was on a stream. I said that you are not gonna win to a user, and he won an account.
Oh,
that's why I stopped doing it. I just watched the race. Oh, look at the star. I don't know, what do you guys call this people with the black hair and the red costume in UK?
it's like it's the guard, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it's guard, but it's a word for them. They are very serious every time. Okay, so we have a winner. FX Markets. FX Markets, congrats, you won. Trade with account with Tradeify Crypto. Glenn is saying guards.
Yeah,
I know the guards.
The Queen. Wow, I said King. Did I say Queen's Guard? It should be King's Guard. Right now.
So you do.
God bless Lizzie.
Guards is Royal Guards.
It's the King Guard. Look, I'll show you.
FX Market. Okay, you are in the chat. Let me ping you up. Make sure to add your email to your description. I'm assuming you already have it because you won an account previously as well. So congrats, you won an account with Tradeify Crypto. And I think the stream has come to an end. And we had really good analysis on gold. Unfortunately, the price is still haven't reached the area I'm looking at. It is actually pumping back up. So, but if it reaches that area, I'd like to sell again from that zone. And anything, Jono, before we leave?
No, we had a good discussion today. Chart patterns was the topic of the session today. We had a nice little chat about some double top, double bottom patterns. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing really set us up for us today. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully, we have a better day.
Exactly. So see you guys again back. And tomorrow, Glenn is joining. Make sure to tune in. We might do some exclusive giveaways. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.